The question is, should I be worried about employing illegal workers in my business? And my answer is yes. I've been involved in several companies where we've had lots and lots and lots of workers, and I get the illegal worker issue, and I know it's political, and it's maybe even something I don't want to make a video about, but I'll just tell you our viewpoint on this, and our frustrations. The illegal worker issue is a huge stress and a huge frustration in our company. We got involved in the H-2B visa program several years ago. I think the general concept of that program is very good. I like it, but I'm afraid to be, I guess you'd say, in bed with the U.S. government in a sense, in that they're controlling that program, and every year something else is happening. Every year something's changing. Every year there's a delay. Every year something bad happens to us because we are involved in that program. I don't have the answer on the visa problem. I don't have the answer on the immigration problem. Uh, we've gone very much towards the H-2B visa program, but I also see it as a huge risk. If the program's not renewed, we could lose our workers. And then what would we do? I can spend incredible amounts of money marketing and building our company, but then if I lose our workers, or even 50% or 20% of our workforce, because the government doesn't renew the bill, or as they've done now to us in the last 2 years, not renewed it on time, or not extended the returning visitor visas, it just presents incredible amounts of risk to your business, and an incredible amount of risk that your business could be destroyed. So it's very difficult for me to have a firm opinion because we're still feeling our way through this whole problem. We did take a strategic approach, or our strategy was to go 100% legal and truly go over and above what the law requires or what IRS requires of documentation on employee, and we went towards legal workers. We use it as a marketing benefit and a marketing tool. Whether or not that's important, honestly, I'm just going to give you my personal opinion. I think that most Americans say they do not want illegal workers. I think it's just like environmental issues. I believe most Americans say we want to be green, and we want to save the environment. We want to do all these things, which are all fantastic. Do not get me wrong. But when you mess with paychecks, and you mess with tax bills, and you mess with the take-home pay, and you mess with the Americans' ability to live, and keep their money, their opinions change a bit. Everybody wants to be green till they realize how much it costs, or they have to give up their bigger cars. Everybody wants legal workers in America, and they want the workforce to come from America. But if you raise the prices, mow their yard 25% or 25% to install that landscape, suddenly they're not so concerned about the legal worker issue. They're willing to overlook it. So I kind of got off on a little bit of I digressed a little bit there, but that's what we've experienced and seen. So we're still working and still using legal workers. That's our strategy. I was involved in another company that I owned where we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. It was impossible to have all of them be legal. It was absolutely impossible. There was no way it could happen, and there was no guest worker program that would have satisfied that business. And that was a scary proposition. So with this company, we are legal. As long as we can be, we're going to try to continue that way. We are using the visa program, the H-2B visa program. We really like the program when the government doesn't mess with it, when they don't pork barrel bills and they don't use it, the legislation from a negotiating standpoint. So I know that's not incredibly helpful, but I would do everything you can to hire legal workers. I would try your very best, because you're protecting yourself legally. There's no telling what's going to happen, what Congress will do, what the president will do. There's no telling if they'll really crack down on it. And so I really can't give you a firm opinion except to do all you can to try to hire legal workers. And if you can pull it off, I'd use it as a marketing tactic. I believe it's a good, strong marketing position that you use American workers. So I hope that's helpful. I wish I could give you a better answer. Just do your very best to hire legal workers. We really do employ a full legal workforce, but we had to use the visa program to make that possible. So I hope that helps.